One single person can make a difference, and that person is you. You can spark change for the ocean. We need passionate people who care about our planet, because it will take all of us to make things better. There is a growing community of explorers and adventurers coming together. A community that cares deeply about healing the planet above and below the surface. Together, we are turning passion into purpose to protect what we love. We're a community of torchbearers, sparking change for the ocean and inspiring others to follow our light. Your light will make us stronger and our future brighter. Spark change for the ocean. Be a torchbearer.
Test. I guess it's on now. Good Monday. Done got myself all messed up because I didn't hit the button. Good Monday evening, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop right here on the Penny Royal Divers Group and our YouTube channel. So, JoJo, didn't I just see you yesterday?
You did just see me yesterday.
And there was a lot of work that went on this weekend, wasn't there?
Yeah, it involved about 5 dives.
Oh, was that it? Just 5?
Well, I had 5 dives split between 1, 2, about 5 other people too.
So we're gearing up. We're getting ready for next Saturday night's haunted trail dive. So JoJo, what all did we get done this weekend?
Oh, a lot. So a lot of the attractions got down this weekend. And some of it's so cool. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It was some nice creativity. I'm, very appreciative of everybody that helped out. They had some great ideas on how to put some stuff out there. I kind of go, this is where I want it. As far as how it's looking, just make it look cool. And uh, you know, again, thanks everybody who helped me this weekend. It looks awesome. I can't wait to finish it up this Saturday and have everybody else enjoy it and enjoy it in its full glory. So
Yeah. So, if you're in diving Saturday during the day, you can kind of get a sneak peek at kind of what's done up to that point. But a lot of it is in. Now it's just a little touches, fine tuning, um, lights, and all the creepy stuff.
yep, I got a few more key pieces to put in, but yeah, it's coming together nicely. So I'm hoping get in, get a nice dive in, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon with everybody, and enjoy a nice night dive.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to. Cowboy's going to be there with chili dogs. Of course, he's going to have like sandwiches if you want. If you don't like chili and hot dogs, you can still buy, like pulled pork or something like that. But he's going to have chili and hot dogs, and we've got coffee and cocoa. you know, so come out and join us. It's going to be a fun time.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for that weather forecast to get a little closer. I know they're already calling for a nice warm week, so
Oh,
I'm
are
hoping
they?
it keeps spinning. Yeah, we're
Have they
aiming again
changed?
tomorrow.
Have they changed the rain forecast?
That's what I'm kind of waiting on. Now they've pushed tomorrow's rain forecast up a little bit, so I'm
Okay.
hoping they push it a little bit more, and we'll
Well,
have a nice weekend.
I haven't. I'm one of those that I've lost pretty much all faith in weather forecasters. So if it's not on the radar, then yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So let's see. Uh,
and it's still 6 days out, so if you're looking up something, it probably ain't right.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see why I am not pulling up my weather. Maybe that means the forecast is not in just yet.
It might not be. I tell you what is in though, the visibility.
Oh yeah.
Jeez. Oh, I tell you what, I was in there and I was looking just on the upside of the cliff in front of the sailboat. And of course, I'm looking down. I can see the fire truck in its glory, as well as that cruiser just on the other side that you normally miss. Swim by it because the visibility, 25 feet, a little further than that. And then after that, you can see the cliff where it drops down. And
Yeah.
I mean, we swam over to it because again, the thermocline's at 44 feet. So we're able to drop down to 44 feet, look over that nice edge that you don't get a peek out of, and literally see another 40 feet down. We're looking into 80, down 80 feet now. So it was a nice experience this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great when you've got, 40, 50 foot visibility. I mean, especially for the haunted the haunted night dive. It makes all of the attractions kind of pop, all the Halloween stuff, if they're lit up or whatnot, it just makes them pop out and you're like, "Hey, what's that over there?"
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it,
it'll focus more of the backlights on the attractions than they will the particles in the water. So
Oh
makes them
yeah.
look so good.
But it's gonna be a fun day. I was just looking at the weather, and they are calling like a 50% chance of rain, high in 65. So like I tell everybody, it doesn't rain 30 feet down.
No,
So,
no, it don't. We can always prep for the surface. Bring plenty of
yeah,
hoodies, nice jacket to wrap up in. I know you got those nice fur fleeces. I
yeah.
don't know how many you got in stock, but I know you got a few. So
I got a few, but we've got plenty of coffee. We've got plenty of hot chocolate. We've got plenty of French vanilla coffee, cappuccino, whatever it is. Uh, we've got plenty of everything to keep you warm. Cowboys got the chili, so you can get you a bowl of chili, chili dog, all of that good stuff. So you can eat hot food, you can drink hot drinks, and you can stay warm, and you
mhm.
can enjoy a Halloween dive. Not very many people get to do that.
No, I don't know of anybody that's doing it right. Really,
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a fun thing to do if you've never done a night dive. If you're not night certified, uh, as long as you have two lights, a backup, and a primary, you can go on the dive. It's a lead dive by the staff. I think Brian's doing it. You're doing it. Uh, a couple others are going to be there helping out. Uh, but you're going to be in with an instructor. So it's a guided tour dive, probably about 30-45 minutes long. And so, yeah, I mean, come out and enjoy it. I heard the quarantainer is looking pretty awesome.
yes, the quarantainer is looking extremely well. Uh,
I did notice the cook. The cook is still riding around in the back of the side by side, though.
yeah, he was playing buddy buddies with tank runners this weekend
Ah, yeah.
with the Uber.
Well, I know I had several people ask when I was on the shuttle, and I see Dad's in here and Mike's in here. Of course, Mike was on the shuttle some too, but I don't know if he got the same thing I did. But they're like, "Hey, what happened to your passenger?" I said, "This is what happens when you don't dive for 2 or 3 years." Yeah, it's but yeah, and then we've got the surprise on Sunday. Uh,
hmm
so now we've got a couple of big Halloween attractions that are going to be there. One's going to be up by the office. Krista's working on the costume design right now, and then of course we've got the one that's going to be down at the water.
Yes, sir.
And, and Mike says he can't get his scuba gear wet.
Mike has issues.
Yeah. But it's going to rain. You can't get it wet. It might not work
Put
right.
a poncho on it. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Hey, he's got one of them. What do you call them? It's like a snuggie. The
Yeah, these
microfiber.
little fur fleece things.
Yeah, yeah. Mike's got one. He can just throw that over his gear. His gear stay warm and dry.
Oh, jeez. I called him something. Oh, I called him. I said he looked like an old monk walking up the road.
But I can hear him now retorting to that. At least I'm a warm one.
He looked pretty comfortable in that thing. I seen how
uh,
big it was. I was like, I might have to invest in one of those.
it's super nice. That's me. But it also makes me sad, JoJo, knowing
Yeah.
that Saturday is going to be the Halloween haunted trail dive, because that means another awesome season is coming to a close. So 20 season number 28 closing out. Which this coming weekend is not the last season. We still got two more after that, but uh, it is the last event of the season, and what an awesome event! I mean, this thing is cool,
Oh yeah, yeah. And
and you do an awesome job at it. I mean, it's grown the last couple of years. You put more into it, and it has.
I have doubled the size of it from last year.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the spider.
That
is going to be cool.
It will be. It'll be the last thing that goes down. It is fairly fragile, so it's hard to make things mobile and
Don't ride the spider.
Spider.
Don't ride the spider.
Yeah, I mean it's literally nothing but chicken wire. So please, when you see it, take caution with it.
Yeah, it's just like everything else. If you are going diving in the ocean, you're not going to touch the reef. You're not going to touch anything. These things are really fragile. So please take pictures, leave bubbles, don't touch.
It's hard. Everything wants to float that you don't want to float, and everything wants to sink that you want to float. It's one heck of a balancing act. Things aren't made to go underwater,
Oh
so
yeah.
you have to be tweaking and gluing and yeah. So it's a lot of work to make these things operate like they're supposed to.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's not one company out there that makes underwater Halloween haunted house items.
No. And I try to make it where I can use them year after year. I got lights I put in last year. I went to test them a few days ago. They're all still operational. You know how much work that saves me when I don't have to rebuild them again?
Was that kind of like you sitting down there with the hot cordless hot glue gun yesterday?
Yeah, gluing fishing weights onto things.
But yeah, so like I said, it's the last event of the season. Of course, the season doesn't officially end or is not officially over until November the 13th or 14th. I try not to think about it too much. Yeah, I guess it's the 13th. Is when the season is officially over. That's the last day. So if you have online tickets or season pass holders, just remember that is the last day to redeem. And speaking of season passes will be done like we done last year. Of course, season passes, there are only 20 of them issued a year. And they are all issued first come, first served. So I got a feeling Black Friday morning, when we open up at 9 o'clock, I have a feeling the first 10 passes are going to be gone. Because we're going to put 10 up for that weekend, Friday and Saturday. We will be open. If you want to dive while everybody else is out Black Friday shopping, you're more than welcome to. If you're just coming in to get your season pass, again, I think I have a sinking suspicion that, yeah, I know last year there was a line waiting for me at the gate when I opened up. And I think right off the bat, there was like 6 or 7 of them that, boom, gone.
I might not be down there for Black Friday, but I might be down there if my schedule works out just right. Might not be out that weekend, but I get my dry suit around that time, so I might have to get it wet.
So I don't know if our viewers know that is a story in itself. And I don't know where. Yeah, I can't wait to see this dry suit.
I want to see this thing. I want to know what it's going to be like. If it works out, it's going to be one heck of a triumph story. I'll give it that.
Yeah. We'll have to film a documentary on it, you know. I've got pictures of the old suit. So
Yeah. But, uh, yeah, that was a total joke right there. You know, three
uh
strikes you're out kind of thing. Woof.
well,
Uh,
and for those of our viewers that don't know, there used to be a company called USIA that's all they done was custom suits. And pre-pandemic, they made a great suit. When the pandemic hit, which unfortunately JoJo had ordered his like just before the pandemic hit,
mhm.
and yeah, that was a whole fiasco in itself. But since then, they have closed up shop and disappeared. So, but I'm really interested in looking, seeing this because it's not a brand that I'm familiar with.
No, and I don't think many people are. I think if you hear about them, you've either went to Europe or heard through a grapevine of some sort. I
Yeah.
got lucky just to come across something.
Well, and there's not that many companies out there that make custom suits. I mean, there's several, but if you guys know me and know JoJo, we're not small guys.
No.
We're not small. JoJo's just a little shorter than I am. That's really about it. But you know, we looked at Bear. We got the measurements, and Bear couldn't accommodate, or at least
Mm-mm.
the when you input the measurements, it kept throwing errors like you can only do this and only do that. So that was a nightmare in itself. And of course, the only other ones that I know of is the Fourth Element and DUI. So really, there's not a lot of dry suit options if you're bigger or really not proportioned normally. But so
Yeah.
so tell us a little bit about this company.
Uh, well, they're from the UK, so a lot of cold water diving goes into the UK. A lot of people have dry suits, and there's a couple different manufacturers I found up there, and one caught my eye called Seaskin. I know we've seen their wetsuits running around here and there. I've never seen a dry suit, and well, they have a factory dedicated to making just dry suits. So I did a little research. Couldn't find anything really here in the U.S., so I had to switch over to the UK browser and see what they had to say. For a tri-laminate suit, people were saying good things about it. So, like, all right, well, I'll pull the trigger on it. I pretty much got a custom suit, bells and whistles up and down, for a decent price.
And what was the turnaround time from when you ordered till the time it's supposed to be here?
It's supposed to ship in 2 months, so about the standard anybody else would do.
Yeah,
Six
so
to eight
8 weeks.
weeks. Yep, they've already sent me the confirmation and the expect to deliver date, and so we'll see what happens when that date comes around.
Okay. Well, the water ought to be nice and ready for you.
Yeah. Say I ordered a custom suit with custom undergarments and uh, dry gloves and everything to go along with it. So the
Well,
whole caboodle.
you said 3 strikes a while ago. Maybe this
Yeah,
is the third time's the charm.
maybe because we've already been through two others.
Yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to hope that this opens the door not only for you JoJo, but for folks who don't fit the standard stock size. And there's a lot of stock suits out there. You can go. Bears got them. DUI's got them. Fourth Element's got them. Waterproof's got them. A lot of dry suit options out there if they're stock. But if you're
Yeah.
if you're needing, custom sized, I had a young lady, you dove with her on yesterday. She just bought, and it was a stock suit, but we had to measure her and send the measurements in to see which stock size would fit her the best. And I have to say, waterproof was pretty much on the mark with hers.
Well, that's good, especially if you can get into one.
Yeah, yeah,
I
but that's
got a stock suit. I don't fit in it unless I blow it up like a freaking Michelin Man, and it's a pain
what.
in the butt to get into.
Well, you're like me. You've got to get the Goodyear blimp to be able to go diving in. So,
Yeah, I mean, I literally had to get this thing up to a point where I can zip myself inside it, blow it up, and move it where I want it to go.
yeah. So you could go camping in it.
Well, I mean, it's skin tight at that point, so it's
Uh,
just getting enough air to move it.
well, yeah,
And
but when
it's
it,
not just like cutting off circulation anywhere, anytime else.
yeah, but JoJo, look at it on this aspect. When you get a suit that's a 3 or a 4X, not only is it wider, but it's taller.
Yes, yes. Have you ever blown your legs off in a dry suit? Because I haven't.
You air up your suit, you turn out to be 8 feet tall. Oh goodness! But
With the legs back in the holes.
it is getting that time of year too. That the dry suit divers are the ones who are extending their diving season. Of course, we do winter reservations. We don't have regular weekend hours like we do in the spring, summer, and fall. But we do have divers that come from all over periodically through the winter. That's what they're doing. They're dry suit diving. They're extending their dive season.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like, it's too cold. Well, they're making what they need to do to stay warm and reap the benefits of the great visibility and the quiet, not having to fight with everybody. You know?
Oh, and I have always said, if the visibility is good and I can see, I can tolerate the cold. If the visibility is horrible and it's cold, it's a miserable dive. And
Yeah,
so,
yes,
if I've only got 5, 10 foot visibility and it's 50 degrees or 40 degrees, I just don't have any desire. But if it's 50, 60, 70, 80 degree or 80 foot visibility, hey, I'm all for suiting up in a dry suit and, going and so I can see stuff. I can enjoy the dive. The cold I can overcome.
yeah. It can
Now,
be a little tricky, but once you get it down, it's very nice.
ask me that same question in a year. I don't know if it'll be the same.
You'll be ready for the cold to be over with by this spring, guarantee it.
Well, I find the older that I get, the less tolerable to cooler temperatures I become. And so, yeah, it's getting to the point now. I don't even want to look at a wetsuit. If I've got to have a suit, it's going to be a dry suit. If I don't, it's even better.
Well, I mean, a good fitting dry suit should just slide on, where wetsuit, a good fitting wetsuit, actually struggle to get into.
Well, and I tell you something else that's going to make winter diving even better this season, or this coming off season, is the full face mask, the ocean reefs,
Yes, yes,
because with those things your face will stay warm. You might get a little chilly around your face depending on where your hood's at, but if you're in a dry suit, I'm going to say probably your hands and your feet are going to be the coldest.
yeah. That'll pretty much be it. And then,
So I'm looking forward to it. but I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, you gotta find a new dry suit because yours is a little on its last leg. So,
Well, my dry suit is only 14 years old. I mean, you know, I'm, 4 more years it can vote. you know, so 4 more years it'll be able to vote. Give it 8 more years, it'll be able to drink, and it'll be fully grown.
well, your dad's out at 75 degrees. Hate to break it to him. I think we're at 68 this weekend.
Oh yeah, it's below 75.
It was, tolerable in a 7 mil. I dove it all weekend. I didn't really get chilled in the water. It was out of the water that I had to bundle up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and I can say, and I done the math this weekend, but 4 weeks ago was my last dive in the quarry. It was 80 degrees 4 weeks ago. And I figured it up, and it's roughly dropping 3.3 something degrees per week. So, and that's kind of been consistent over the last, from last week to this week, because we were at right at 70 last weekend. So, now it's like 67, 68. So, I mean, it's pretty consistent.
We'll be hitting that 65-degree mark, and we'll start getting out of the Florida Springs threshold there.
Yeah, that we will be. Well, and especially if it rains on Saturday, that's going to, start the cool or help the cooling down process too, or should I say, speed it up. But this weekend is probably going to be. Well, I say it all the time. It's not going to get any warmer until next season. So if you're wanting to get those last dives in, don't wait till the last weekend. Go ahead and get in and get you some more dives before it gets too cold.
Oh yeah, definitely go out with a scare at least.
Oh yeah. Exactly. It's going to be a fun time. I mean, there's been a lot of work. I know. I guess Mike is still in here, but I know he was helping you set up stuff yesterday for it. And I think he dove wet, didn't he?
Yes, he dove wet. Pretty much everybody was diving wet.
Yeah. Well, except for Emily.
Yeah, Emily didn't. She was in drought. Of course, I think she was having some. She was getting used to her suit, so she was messing with that a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, she just got certified dry suit 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I mean,
she's out there helping, putting decorations out. So it tells you the skill level that you're getting into.
Yeah, but while we're on the topic of dry suits, the accessories for dry suits. Look at Brian; he's got the thermal, the electric heated thermal vest.
Yeah, I've seen those. I was wondering how in the heck I can make my own because they don't.
Yeah, Mike says he was in 7 mil, and I bet that scooter really helped out yesterday.
We didn't really use the scooter. He got to play on the scooter. I had to swim everywhere.
But he was towing everything, right?
This is Mike. His toe is broke. That's a lot to ask for.
Exactly.
Here I am picking on him. He can't even defend himself.
Well, he can throw a comment up there, but looks like Dad says he'll be going to Roatan for winter dives if he can do it. So, shoot, I'd go to Roatan in the wintertime.
I'd go to Roatan anytime.
Exactly. I mean, I have no qualms with 84, 85 degree water, 70, 80 foot visibility. No, I can handle that.
I can't wait to hear how your all's dives go when you go to FEMA. So
Well, and that brings a new story. Unfortunately, we're not doing any diving at DEMA. Yeah, it looks like DEMA is going to be full of classes, meetings, and seminars, and so got a lot of stuff planned. And it originally started out, going 2 days and then diving 2 days, coming home. And so we lost a day when we picked up Ocean Reef because we're going through the service tech program. And then there is a couple that's going to go through the PSI inspector that they're only offering on Monday, which is when we're driving, or Friday, which is the day we had planned to dive. So, hey, it just means I don't have to unpack or get all of my gear together to go. Because 2 weeks later, well, I'm sorry, 4 weeks later, we're going on a weekend trip down there. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
I'll have to
So,
get in on that one.
yep. December, let's see, December the 3rd and 4th. So, we're going to go down and probably do Morrison and Vortex, if Morrison's good.
Yeah. That's just a phone call or a quick trip over there.
Yeah, oh
Right in
yeah.
the area.
Yeah, Dad says for 3 months at a time. I probably could do 3 months in Roatan.
Easy. Can I find a boat to dive master off for the weeks? You know.
Yeah, probably could. I don't. Yeah, yeah, I think I could. uh, but like I said, it is getting that time of year, and so we've got a lot of projects on the board for the off season. I know we've got to get Penny done and back in the water. That's one of the top priorities on the list.
Yeah, I think that was already discussed. As soon as you get back from DEMA, to knock her out.
Yeah, getting Penny back in the water, getting the new dock built, renovating the changing rooms, and hopefully get started on the new addition. So we just have to see how the budgetary runs. That's going to be the big thing, is the price of materials, and we can. It's hard to do without a dock, so kind of got to have that. The addition, it'd be really really nice, but we just have to see how the budgetary funds go after Penny, after the dock.
Well, there's no real good place to do a good back roll into right now. So
Yeah,
getting that dock back.
yeah. The dock's a pretty important one. Trying to get it built and finished up, and just and Mike can elaborate since he's in here, because he's kind of laid it out and got it sketched out and everything. The way he's got it, it's going to be it's going to be big. It's going to have, two sides, platform in the middle, 4 feet underwater. I think we can put the bench on one side, and that way you can do like back row boat simulation. So it's I forget what he told me the dimensions were. 14 foot by something. I can't remember. Mike, I know you're still in here. What was that? Dad says, "What new addition?" The only new addition we've been talking about for about 5 years now.
Or you take that floating platform and move it underneath the new one, and have a nice little stair step going on.
Yeah, and I've also gotten feedback too. a lot of people want to see the deco ladder uh, back in. Of course, we had a deco ladder in several years ago at 5 foot increments, all the way down to I think it was 90 foot, 95 foot, and
Yeah.
but somebody decided to cut the rope, and it got in bad shape. We ended up pulling it out, but yeah, so lots of plans, lots of ideas. We just have to see how it goes. And since Dad asked what new addition, adding on to the office, more room was what we've been talking about for about 5 years now. Well, we was talking about it a year before the pandemic hit, and then of course when that hit, prices skyrocketed, and so we kind of put it off. So just depends on how the material prices are if we, you know, go ahead and get started or what. So
Yeah. Yep. I say, building we're not using anymore. We could always scavenge for parts.
the what?
I see. I know a building we're no longer using. We can always scavenge for parts.
Oh,
We
okay,
no longer
Mike.
use the drive-through lane.
There you go. Uh, Mike just posted 14 by 8 on the sides and a 6 by 6, 4 feet underwater. So 8,
That's a big one.
16, yeah, 16 feet plus 6, what, 22 feet long, 14 foot wide in total.
That's nice.
So, so yeah, it's going to be a nice dock. Like I said, that's something that's really needed, especially on the back side of the pavilions, like pavilion 12 through 15.
Yes.
Makes it easier to get in, get out for folks who are staging at that end, and so try to get that put back in.
Well, safety too. Not having to walk all the way around with those heavy tanks.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it's one level. You're not having to go
Yeah.
uphill, downhill, or whatnot. I mean, you're able to come up the ramp and then it's level all the way back there. But, a closer place to get out would be awesome. I've even had requests for like a pull ladder or like a boat ladder for boat exits. So I think we're going to try to do something like that too with it. We've got we've got some spare parts laying around that I think we can make it. Uh, Dad says with handicap access. Well, yeah, I mean it's going to have a ramp. I don't know about the lift in and out, but you know,
Yep.
your bottle is see through, Joe.
Hey,
You just took a drink and I could see all the way through to the quarry behind you.
it's it's that haunted drink I've been having.
The spooky drink, the Halloween juice. Oh, vampire juice. There we go. Hmm, but so JoJo, is there any new scuba toys coming out that you can think of?
New Scooby toys.
I can't really think of anything. Of course, that's what Dima's for. So
That is what Demon's for, to figure out what black magic they're going to throw at us this year.
yeah, yeah.
It's always fun to talk about those inventions that we that you kind of wonder if it's going to come to the market or not. So
Yeah. Well, I was going through some old footage on YouTube the other day, old videos, and this has been probably 7, 8 years ago. But there was a guy that came through, and he had built. Do you remember that? I think
yeah,
your brother tried them out. It's that pair of
me and my
fins.
brother tried them out. Oh, he didn't like me very much on the review.
Well, I noticed it never did make it to market.
No, it never did.
You know,
My brother broke one. I was absolutely not happy with it. And I was like, dude, no.
yeah, I don't. I forget what the name of it was. Like the Max Fin or
Oh, it had a bunch of oscillating blades on it, and you could just tell that every blade was just a breaking point for one.
yeah,
And the way it worked, instead of pushing the water behind you, it more pushed it to the side. So uh, I really had no propulsion when it came to trying to get somewhere.
yeah. Like I said, I remember I come across. I was just looking up videos that some of our guests may have posted, and because we do the video feature on the website on the homepage, and the last one that I had that's up there, it's still up there now, was from July, and I was looking to see if anybody had posted new videos that because you don't want to run like a 15-20 minute video on the website, just a quick
Yeah.
2 3 5 minute maybe, just a little feature video. And I come across that, and I was like, "Oh man, I forgot about that. Those those things were horrible." uh, yeah, I mean, and you could tell, but we had this conversation yesterday. Scuba did not just come out of thin air and boom, we had all this manufactured equipment. It was from the hardware store.
Yep.
Literally, I mean, putting stuff together you have laying around. Another video that I seen that happened at the quarry several years ago was the propane tank submarine, where the guys actually, the farmers actually created a submarine out of propane tanks, trolling motors, scuba cylinders, concrete, ballast tanks. I mean, and it worked. And I seen that video. Matter of fact, it was the same day. So I mean, I kind of was reminiscing a little bit.
And I'd give that guy credit for trying to do something new. The idea, you know, seemed good in practice. It didn't work out,
Yeah,
but
well,
I
I
mean
mean,
that's how it gets going. So
yeah, well, and that's how any piece of equipment is developed. Somebody gets an idea, they go with it. Uh, prototypes, and I think that's what this guy had. They were just like prototypes. They weren't, like sent to a company to be, molded and manufactured. It was, I put this together in the back of my RV. Hey, it works pretty good. Let's tour around. Here, try this out. Let me know what you think, kind of thing. But really, if you look at it, that's where a lot of scuba accessories and scuba gear came from. Was the innovation, things to make the industry better. And, like you said, you got to give the guy credit. He was trying to do something to help innovate, propulsion for divers. Got to give him an
mhm.
A for an effort.
I'm seeing it in the side mount, and we got our cave divers that come in every now and then, and it seems like they always have some gadget that they've made up to help their diving and making it a little easier and safer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, it's all about innovating. If you've got a way that makes things easier. I had somebody in the shop this weekend. We were talking about underwater communication devices like tank bangers. They were looking for something just to be able to get their buddy's attention. Kind of went over the tank banger, the aqua maraca, a couple different signaling devices. And we were talking about the tank banger, and I told him, I said, "You know where this come from, don't you?" Of course, they didn't have any idea. But I remember back in the 80s and 90s, the golf ball with the surgical tubing. People would get, surgical tubing and a golf
Yep.
ball, drill a hole through it, put the surgical tubing through it, tie it off, wire tie it off, however, slip it over their tank. Guess what they've got?
Yeah, tank banger.
They got a tank banger. And that's where that come from. So
Yeah. Your
somebody,
lobster tickler can work just as well too. Your knife, you know.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there's plenty of ways to innovate, and there's still a lot of room out there. There's things that can make diving so much easier that nobody's thought of yet.
Well, as long as it ain't a duck, because if you sound like a duck, you probably walk like a duck and act like a duck. Yeah, my way.
You just don't like the ducks, do you?
I do not like the darn duck call at all.
Well, I think, which I've never been a duck hunter, but I think if I ever pick up duck hunting, I'm just going to wear my BC with the quacker. Whack, 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 whack.
That was the first time to Roatan, there was another group with us that had that dang quacker going off every 30 seconds.
Oh.
That got me off on the duck quackers.
It was quack quack here and a quack quack there.
Yeah, and of course sound travels. You bang, you don't know which direction it's coming from. You just look around and see who's doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, quack. Where's it coming from? And of course, I don't think anybody even in our group had a quacker.
But nobody knew who had it. That was the
No,
thing.
I
I
think
mean, or none of
there
us
was
did.
another dive boat on the same area on the reef, and we're like diving on the wreck.
Yeah.
There was another operation close to us.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, sound travels 4 times faster underwater, and when you start hearing a duck underwater, all right, something ain't right somewhere. Yeah, something ain't right. I was waiting. You remember the Nintendo game Duck Hunter? I was waiting for that little dog to pop up behind a reef and go.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you screwed up. The little dog laughing at you. Maybe that's what I need to get for my quacker. A little dog that laughs at you. That's what I'm going to do when I slit your throat for quacking all day. Oh, geez.
I don't even know if I'm sure they've got that. I need to find that video and just. I need to find that. I really, really do. I don't know if you don't know what we're talking about. Nintendo, when it first came out years ago, the Duck Hunter that come out with Mario Brothers. I loved that game. I hated that dog though.
Yeah, I don't know which I played more, Duck Hunters or Mario Brothers. Oh.
Let's see.
That would have been cool if they came up with a spearfishing version of that.
Do what?
It would have been cool if they had a spearfishing version of that one.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, JoJo, I got it for you. Let's see. How long? Oh no, that's way too long. Oh yeah, I was fixing to put up a minute and 4 video. It don't take that long for that dog to pop
seconds.
up. Huh?
Only takes 2 seconds.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, it's 3. All right. So, unfortunately, I don't have the duck quack call, but let's see. Can I do it this way? I should be able to. And maybe. Is it there? All right. I may lose your audio here just a second. Yeah, this one here. Oh. Let me play it again. Found it on YouTube.
Nintendo's going to be getting you for copyright.
Probably. Probably. Hey, it was a screenshot right there. I mean, right there on YouTube. It's a screenshot. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, you need to get you one of the find one of those little plushes of that dog, and when you
Yeah,
hear a quacker, just let's see. Dad said, was it
problem
Osmond?
is you lost everybody past the 1990s.
Yeah, really, you do. I don't know. Duck hunters, it's still. I mean, my 11-year-old knows the doggone duck hunters. So, Dad asked, was that Osmond? I don't remember Oz ever having a quacker.
No, Oz didn't have one. None of it. Our group didn't have it. It was another group.
Yeah, I know I had one. It didn't last too long though.
It was like my first trip.
Yeah, it was quack 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 quack. I mean, you
Mhm.
couldn't go a minute without hearing a quack. Yeah, I don't know.
It was only for that one dive.
Yep. All right, so JoJo, we got just a couple of minutes left here. Looks like it's 8:52. Just going to kind of recap real quick. Don't forget, Saturday night is the haunted trail dive. Cowboy's going to have his chili dogs, and most of the fixins. I think there's going to be like cheese and crackers and all that good stuff to go with the chili. If you don't like chili, then he's going to have his regular spread, his barbecue, his ribs. I know he says he's going to have barbecue, pulled pork, but coffee, cocoa, hot water. If you get too cold. Mike says he has one, but has never used it. Uh oh. Watch him, JoJo.
People who use it end up coming up missing.
What you need to find is one of those old Nintendo guns that doesn't work, and take it down with you.
Yeah, you with me? I got to keep it in my PCB.
But yeah, so Saturday night's going to be a blast. The haunted trail dive. There's been so much work to go into this thing. It hadn't taken a whole lot, a weekend so far to set most everything up. But, JoJo, when did you start working on this? July?
I've been working on it since July, the 1st of July, when we got back from North Carolina. Yep.
So, there is a lot of work that goes into this one event. Of course, it's the last event of the season. So, go out with a bang, make it good,
Yeah, who doesn't love Halloween and the uh, the chill that comes with it? I mean, it's just like the start of the holiday season right there, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, and we went to Lowe's this afternoon to look for materials for the up top Halloween display that we're doing, and as soon as you walk in, they've already got Christmas trees and everything out, and I'm like, what? It's not even
Mhm.
it's not even Halloween yet, and Christmas decorations and Santa Clauses and all this. I'm like, do we push the season much? Hello.
And if you notice, most of the Halloween stuff is gone.
Oh yeah, or they're
I learned
they're
my
closing
lesson.
it out.
I learned my lesson last year. Don't wait until for October to get here to get Halloween stuff. It's already gone.
Oh yeah. You're definitely not going to get any good deals if you wait. That's for sure. But so Saturday, the dive will actually the briefing will start at dusk. Make sure you have all your gear and stuff ready to go after the briefing, gearing up, and it's going to be a lead dive. So even if you're not night certified, there will be an instructor leading the dive. There'll be dive masters on the dive. So it's all shallow. What's the deepest point, JoJo?
Well, at today's water levels, it's probably only going to be 18 feet.
Oh, yeah, the water's way down, way down, way down.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you can't even
Oh,
you can't even stand comfortable in the confined water area.
no, you have to walk to the edge of the shelf right now.
Yeah, right at the very end of the ramp, it's like just above your knees. I mean,
Uh-huh. I mean, you're getting, you literally have to step off the end of the shelf to, you know, swim
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, water level is down for sure. Most definitely. But of course, again, like I said, Saturday will be the last event, the Haunted Trail Dive, the last event of 2023 season, and which means we only have 2 weekends left of regular season time. So it's ticking down. It's ticking down fast, guys. If you have online tickets that you have not used, please, you need to, either come out, cash them in, use them, whatnot. Send us an email, let us know, because these, we have to approve to carry those over. Depends on the circumstances. But season pass holders, same way. Season passes are null and void after the 13th of November. I think it's the 13th. I looked it up earlier. But like I said, the 2023 season passes go on sale Black Friday. So, and I said it earlier, I have a sinking suspicion the first 10 passes will be gone on Friday. So, you need to make plans if you're wanting to get one of the first 10. The last 10 will go on sale the end of or the middle of January. If you're on our email list, you will get an email the 1st of January, around the 1st, with your discount code to save money off of your pass. So, and of course, that'll go until the end of January. Usually never makes it. So, usually we're sold out of passes the first couple of days. So, uh, anyway, all right, JoJo. Let's see. Now, we've got 1 minute left, or we got 1 minute till 9 anyway. Next Monday, we probably will not be on because we are traveling to DEMA Show, which is the big yearly dive equipment marketing association where they show us all the new toys coming out for 2023 or the next season. And this year it is in Orlando. We are driving down. So we're leaving early Monday morning, and it's about a 12, 13-hour drive. So I don't know that we're going to be in the hotel room set up, ready to go, for the show on Monday. So I think we'll just do a post DEMA, and I'll be able to kind of give a little bit of information about the new toys coming out, all of that stuff. Frank just asked how much the passes are. Frank, all of that will be coming out, I believe, the weekend of closing. So November 12th, 13th area. We'll be releasing the information for the passes, the dates, and all of that. So all that will be available here in a couple of weeks. JoJo, any final thoughts for the evening?
Ah, please come out and join me this Saturday. It's going to be a blast. I want to see everybody there. Uh, you're not going to, you're going to miss something if you don't.
And
It is awesome.
yeah, and even if you're not going to dive the haunted trail, come out and enjoy the camaraderie.
Oh
There's
yeah, we love talking to people.
free food. That always gets me. Free food.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
uh,
looking forward to this weekend.
huh?
Just looking forward to this weekend.
Me too. Me too. I'm so ready to see the Halloween and all of that. You know, it's it's going to be a great time. But if you miss it, you're going to miss something that's completely awesome. Not a lot of underwater haunted attractions. You know, specifically developed for divers. Of course, nothing's going to jump out at you. Nothing's going to, well, JoJo might grab a hold of you and let you drag him
Oh,
around.
if
Oh,
you
you
want
know.
to drag me around, I'll take the opportunity.
All right, guys. So next Monday night or next Monday, we're going to be on the road. I'm not sure if we get into Orlando and get settled in, set up. I'll make a post saying we're going to come on. But right now, I think we're leaving like at like 8:30 Monday morning, which would put us down there, after showtime. And Orlando's an, Orlando's on your time, Joe. So I actually
Yes, sir.
lose an hour.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I say it every time, and I'll say it again. We appreciate you guys tuning in, watching with us, sitting here discussing scuba stuff. It's always a pleasure to sit around and chit chat about scuba and the different things that's going on at the park, different equipment, trips, what all, and it gives us something to do, especially in the winter times, when there's not a lot to do. But, I think a lot of dive shops, the mom and pops aren't, but, some of these bigger dive shops are starting to lose their sit down, chit chat, converse appeal. I've heard several divers talking about that. So this kind of gives you a chance to sit down and chit chat and, you know, enjoy camaraderie. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. And hopefully, if we get to Orlando in time, we'll be on next Monday night. But if not, then we'll do a post DEMA review. And they don't really like you taking pictures of products and stuff, but I'll see what I can find out. Get some new goodies coming in. So, all right. Well, guys, until next Monday or the Monday after, again, we will catch you guys next time right here on Monday Night Safety Stop, only on the Penny Royal Divers Group and our YouTube page. JoJo, we'll see you Friday.
Friday. Yep.
All right. We'll see you Friday, buddy.